When we're having those freezing temperatures, we need to be really mindful of what we're doing and how that's actually going to influence the plants later on after we make those cuts. This video today is kind of almost a part 2 of our popular video right now from last year about why we pruned our hydrangeas and the different cuts we made. Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today, we're going to talk to you about when to prune your hydrangeas.
But before we get to that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on every garden care video we post.
So you might be walking around your garden just like we're doing today, and you might notice that, hey, look at my hydrangeas, like this Panicle hydrangea. It's lost all of its leaves, all the flowers are dead. Hey, this is a great time to prune, right? Well, not exactly. So before we get into this, we want to let you know this video today is kind of almost a part 2 of our popular video right now from last year that we did at this time about why we pruned our hydrangeas and the different cuts we made. So go ahead and check that out. The link will be down below. So you're coming out in your garden, you're noticing your hydrangeas need to be pruned. You want to get at it and get it done, right? You want to get them shaped just right, get these blooms off, get it all tidy. Well, you need to put on the brakes for a minute there and think about what you're going to do and why you're going to do it. And the reason we're saying this is because right now there's a lot of freezing temps over in the nighttime, especially in our area in zone 8B. So when we're having those freezing temperatures, we need to be really mindful of what we're doing and how that's actually going to influence the plants later on after we make those cuts. So something to think about for pruning hydrangeas is when you make these cuts, you're going to be exposing actual tissue, live plant tissue. And what's going to happen is yeah, you'll shape your plants, you'll get them looking nice and tidy, but that exposed tissue now is exposed literally to the elements, to those freezing temperatures. And what happens to plant cells as they freeze and thaw is basically the water molecules and the water inside all those plant cells is expanding as it freezes, right? Water expands when it freezes. Same thing happens in plant tissue. And when water expands in those plant cells in the plant tissue, it basically explodes those plant cells. It destroys the tissue. And what happens is you have, after that exploding of all that tissue dies. It just literally just dies because the cell structure is gone. It's obliterated. So when you make your cuts right now and you expose that plant tissue to the freezing elements, you're exposing that plant tissue and all you're gonna have is dead coming down that stem and maybe even further into the plant because you're gonna have a continuous freeze-thaw if you're in one of the northern climates and you have that continual freezing temperatures. We don't wanna do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold off on pruning our hydrangeas until this spring. So the caveat is if you have some warm weather coming up for say like a week and you can count on that weather forecast, you can come out and you can prune your hydrangeas. You'll expose that tissue like we just described, but what'll happen is with that warmer temperatures, that non-freezing temperature range, what's gonna happen is the plant's gonna have time to heal itself and actually heal up those live tissue cuts before those freezing temperatures come back. And so what you'll do is you'll make your cuts, the plant will have a chance to heal, and then you'll have little to no dieback after you make your pruning cuts because of that warmer, non-freezing weather. To wrap things up, make sure to come out, look at your plants, see how they're doing, but be aware of what's going on with your temperature ranges, what's going to happen if you come out and want to prune your plants, how that's going to affect it after you prune, and if you're going to get any dieback because of freezing temperatures. Now, if you want to know more about pruning, especially winter pruning do's and don'ts, we have a webinar coming up on December 10th. So our webinar is going to be a blend of live and pre-recorded videos, so you'll get a chance to interact with us, but also see some very useful information during the pre-recorded part of our webinar. Go ahead and click the link right up here and get your spot reserved today.
So we hope that was helpful in answering your question when to prune hydrangeas. As usual in gardening, it depends. We'd love to see you sign up for our pruning webinar, and we'll be available for you on December 10th at 4 p.m. Pacific. Go ahead and click that link. It'll be down below in the description as well.
As always, thanks for watching, and leave any comments or questions down below for us. We love hearing from you guys. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
And that's a wrap for today. We'll be back tomorrow with our Wednesday live at 3 p.m. Pacific, so come on and join us. We're going to be talking about garden gifts for gardeners and ideas for this holiday season.
Super exciting. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.
Bye everybody.
Bye-bye.